And welcome back to Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI, here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. I'm the coach of PRI, Rick Daly, along with our Prep Recruiting Insider, Renee Nato. And we are joined today by Coach Mark Bonis of the Brother Martin Crusaders. Mark, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for having our players.
Well, Mark, you've had a great season this year. Some seniors that's going to be leaving. This is a special group. This is their 7th year with the Brother Martin Crusaders. Why is this group so special? They got you to quite a level.
Yeah, we, there's some core fundamental principles that we always talk about within our program. We always talk about a process. And a lot of these guys that'll talk today have been within our program and have really bought into that process and have gone through this process for 3 years. And we saw, we knew this group offensively, which is the guys that we'll talk to today. 3 years ago, we saw how special this group could be. We designed our offense knowing that there would be some growing pains early, but as long as they bought into everything we did and worked to get better every day, how special it could be. You know, this year we talked early in the season about some of the things that we thought we could do that, not just from a statewide level, but really nationally being recognized as a really tough offense to defend. You know, and for us to go out there, I think it was score 49 points a game. It's pretty impressive. We broke. It's not about records, you know, it's about, wins and losses, but when you kind of review the season and you get to see the impact that your players, how they bought in and see the impact that they had, I mean, we shattered all kinds of records in the record book, which isn't for me as much as it's the work that they've done. And it's awesome to see that when you buy into a process and into a plan, and you buy in 100% and every day you work to get better, the results that can come out of it.
Now, you just completed your 7th season, as Renee alluded to, but the first 5 were kind of shaky. You were really setting a foundation and making some progress, but as we know, administrators on occasion, as I know them only too well, get a bit impatient, but they stuck with you in the last 2 years, 18-6, outstanding record, good solid playoff appearances. Talk about 2 years ago, when things were a little bit on edge, but they gave you the opportunity.
Sure, our first 2 years first 3 years were pretty good, but still, I'll let you know. I mean, obviously, at that point, it's really not, didn't feel like it was my program, my guys, where the program really had established itself under the way that I wanted to do it. Now, Jay Pittman, who was there before me, did a tremendous job as a head coach. Coming in after Hurricane Katrina, brought the program back to where it was and really did some great things. So I want to give him credit for how he left the program. And then as I became a head coach, continued with those guys, finished those guys out and thought we did a good job there, but really knew after those first 3 years that we were about to have to go through a rebuilding process. But I really wanted to do it my way, okay? And there's more than one way to get Chicago, okay? And there's not it's not necessarily one exact way of doing it, but we knew. I sat down with our administrators and told them, hey, it's going to be tough. It's going to be, by our 3rd year, we're going to have a chance to compete for a championship. And first 2 years were tough, but you look at the guys from last year's team, which is a great class as well. A kid like Brendan Hayes, kid like Jonathan Parker, Jake Parker, Andrew Benfatti. I don't want to leave any of those guys out, but really a strong, solid defense. You could say kind of about the offensive guys this year, they were the same caliber type of kids last year. They bought into everything. And what's great about those guys and what's great about these guys is that realize this. In a society of instant gratification, remember, they went through 2 years of 4-win seasons. And you have coaches that are sitting there saying, hey, believe in the process, believe in the process. For a lot of young men, for a lot of adults, as we know, that's not good enough. Well, the results aren't fast enough. But we're real happy that they gave us that year. We talked about competing for a championship last year. We played for district championship, wound up losing to Rummel, and then go to the semifinals, a game away from the state championship. And then this year, same thing. We fall short. Would have liked to have gone further, but once again, hey, semifinalist appearance last year, quarterfinalist appearance this year, and since 1994. Brother Martin hadn't made it past the second round of playoffs, and last year was the first time I think in 30 years that we had a 10-win season. So that's not a credit. I'm not trying to sit there and say, I mean, that's the kids. The coaches laid out a plan, and I'm just real happy for our kids, and for me, hopefully, what the seniors from last year, seniors from this year, and the guys in our program, hopefully they understand this, is that if you have a plan and you buy in and you work every day, then you have a chance to be successful.
We like to peek under the helmet with the kids, and with you, we go back a little ways with you, Mark. Having played under Mark Sanji, a couple of trips to the semifinals at Jesuit, being a teacher at Brother Martin, and being a dad to a couple of 3-year-olds.
Sure.
That's made you a better coach. Tell us about the path to where you are right now.
Sure. Obviously, different people have had impacts on me as a coach. Coaching-wise, Jeff Bauer from Southern Mississippi had a tremendous impact on me. Before that, I would start with Coach Sanji at Jesuit as my high school football coach. Obviously, when I came out of high school, I knew what I wanted to do because of what he did, how he approached things, and how his staff approached things. And really enjoyed my high school experience and going off to Southern Miss and playing for Coach Bauer, who's a great man, great coach. Sorry that he got out because he was really great for kids. But he had a lot of a tremendous impact on my life on how to become a coach, or the right way to do things as a coach. And I had a short stint at Sam Houston State under Ron Randleman, who was another legendary coach, and got to coach with guys like a big name right now, Tom Herman. Okay, he was on staff with us, obviously now at the University of Houston. Ben Norton, Joe Tumpkin, all those guys that I was very lucky to be in a program with, to learn from those guys. But most recently, guys, Scott Bain's father, okay, Jay Pittman, all those guys have had an impact and have helped me to become the man that I am, and kind of to help me establish my principles. And then obviously my family, and then obviously, as you said, when you have children, it changes your outlook on things, and my wife and my twin girls that were born 3 years ago, it definitely changes the way you look at things, and it's made me a better person. And also, as I told you earlier, driver's ed. That makes you more of a patient football coach. You got to be a patient driver's education instructor, and that's the patience that has helped me with. All joking aside, but that's sure. The patience that's helped me with has made me a better football coach. So there's a lot of people that I'm very thankful for, come across and being a part of their lives, and very thankful for all the knowledge that they've shared with me.
Good. Well, that's Coach Mark Bonis of the Brother Martin Crusaders. 18-6 over the last 2 years, showing great progress there. Brother Martin making them a contender once again. Lost a close game to eventual champion Catholic of Baton Rouge, 49-48, going for 2 at the end of the game, which is what he should have done. This is America. You don't play for ties. Thanks for being with us here today, Mark. We appreciate it so much. Coming up after this break, after this quick timeout, we'll have a couple of Brother Martin Crusader athletes show you what this program is all about. This is PRI.